Ukraine plays the role of Africa. Luckily, Belarus is now playing the same role as Poland or Czechoslovakia or Hungary during the times of the Cold War. Everyone understands that Belarus is an ally of Russia, so no one touches it directly. While Ukraine is not a member of NATO, at the same time it's not under Russian influence. So Ukraine now is in the same situation as Africa, Latin America, some Latin American countries during the Cold War. I think this situation should be ended as soon as possible, and Russia wants to end it as soon as possible, but not with Ukraine becoming a country hostile to Russia and another launching pad for another aggression against Russia. This will not be accepted, not only by President Putin, but by the huge majority of people in Russia. So we are interested in peace talks. I don't think it was us who ended the peace talks. The peace talks were ended largely by Europe, which obviously does not trust a settlement with Russia is possible. They want what they call a defeat of Russia before a serious negotiation starts.
Okay, let me go to Peter Zellmeyer for his view on this. Peter, Poland's leaders have dismissed suggestions by President Trump that any of these drone incursions could have been a mistake by Russia. And President Trump himself has threatened more sanctions on Russia, but he's not done anything so far. That's after the negotiations were suspended. I mean, what's the view from Ukraine on President Trump's posture towards Russia?
Well, let me just say first to sort of a comment on what the previous speaker said, that Russia may want to end this war quickly, but once again, with one caveat, by ending Ukraine. That's the only thing. I mean, I think it would be only honest to our audience if our speaker, our guest from Russia, was honest about Vladimir Putin's intention, and that is turning Ukraine into a protectorate state, sort of like Belarus. Okay, moving on. Now, Donald Trump, of course, the optics of Donald Trump's unrolling the red carpet in Alaska could have been justified if he really had gotten something in return for that. So far, we've seen that any overtures, any sort of gestures of friendliness towards Putin have resulted in the opposite effect for Ukrainians. Every time Donald Trump has engaged with Putin on the phone or in person in Alaska or has sent his envoy Stephen Witkoff to Moscow, Putin returns the compliment by bombarding Ukraine harder, more frequently, etc. Even Donald Trump's wife, Melania, had to remark on it. Donald, every time you talk to Putin, he hits Ukraine harder. What is the connection there? It seems like Putin is demonstrating complete impunity and is really confident that he can continue playing Donald Trump endlessly.